Mist is going to have a conniption when he sees what the desk and what chat picked. You know, they had Rogue being the favorite as well, and EnVy smashed Rogue. So we'll see how they hold up here against NRG.
Yeah, no, I mean, well, NRG's like signature move this tournament has been doubting themselves, and then they just play the best Rocket League of their lives. So we'll see how it goes. NRG in the orange, EnVy in the blue, a best of 7 for EnVy. And if NRG wants to win, they've got to win 2 best of 7s coming from the lower bracket. Atomic gets us started off hot here in the first 30 seconds.
And Atomic, he has been red hot all day. This first touch, you see the delay, but Justin, he predicts that Justin is going to cut at that moment and sets himself up for that shot. Atomic starting strong.
The first 30 seconds, Atomic was the player that Jorby picked and said, keep your eye on this player. When he's playing well, EnVy could beat anybody in the entire world, and he gets that first goal for them here. We'll see NRG back on offense. Garrett G with a cross-field pass. Missed into a corner, will steal the boost. It's Squishy high in the sky, who's had a signature day. Missed into an open net, and a demolition onto Justin will open the gates. EnVy's up by 2.
And the demos, it was something that NRG was doing quite well, but Mist gets that demo on the back line, is in position for the pass. EnVy, they're looking really good, you know, and they were doubted against Rogue. And the desk and chat also doubting them here, but they start off strong regardless.
They have, but it is a long road ahead of us. This is still a best of 7. They have to win 4 games to become our first winter regional champions. Mist takes his time. Hoped that boost would spawn. Didn't get the luck. Now Atomic off the ceiling. Slow play this to the edge. Mist will neutralize it into his corner. Still looking for that boost. Turbo off the back wall, gets dunked by Justin, but the ball will go to the corner. Now here comes the rest of NRG. Garrett G in the corner. Atomic through the sky, into Squishy at the midfield line. It goes underneath Squishy and out to Justin. Turbo gets there first, plays it to the corner. Gonna look for the bounce, but it takes an awkward hop. Garrett G will get the play. That's Dak in front of the box. Justin with the clear, and Garrett G with the transition.
Oh, that was a nice shot from Garrett. Still could be a chance for NRG. You see EnVy panicking a bit.
Garrett to the sky, Mist gets the block. Squishy's looking at it, but Turbo Pulse is already bitten in. Now Atomic up against Justin. Atomic beats him. Ball's back in midfield. There's Garrett versus Turbo. Turbo over the top of 1. Mist up against Squishy. Squishy will win that challenge. This could drop dangerously, but Atomic will meet it up at the roof corner and get a clear all the way into the orange. Approaching halftime, still 2-0 in favor of EnVy. NRG. Some spicy moments on offense, but nothing to show for it.
Yeah, we saw Justin almost get that dunk goal. But there's still plenty of time left. It was a rough start for NRG, and Mist. We've seen him upfield a few times trying to wreak havoc.
Mist making it look pretty while he does it. Here comes Squishy. Garrett G trying to pass across to Justin. Get in the way of the defense, but so far, EnVy has thwarted every scoring attempt, and they're winning challenges in their backfield too. Super important to break up follow-up opportunities that NRG knows how to take advantage of. Mist over the top of 1. Garrett G with the ball, gets beaten by Mist again. It's off to the side. Justin will recover off the wall. He's got Garrett G on the far side, but Turbo Pulse gets in front of it, and now Squishy with ball control and a full tank of boost to the sky. Off the ceiling, and Atomic will read it. Gets it past Garrett G nearly, but Garrett G wins that one. Back to midfield. 2 minutes left on the clock in game 1.
EnVy's not making the mistake of giving NRG too much space. They're so quick to the ball. They're challenging. They're getting aggressive. And one thing you'll see as well is members of EnVy, they'll be starting out behind the NRG defense and jump and come meet the ball at midfield, putting that additional pressure on NRG. And it's working right now. EnVy, they've been the ones setting the tempo.
NRG has done their best to control the ball in the midfield, but not winning challenges consistently enough to get more than one opportunity on net. And that shot from Justin, a little bit wide. The defense, not the perfect, most clean play we've seen from them, but it's more than enough. Get the ball back down into the NRG's half. Now into the midfield. Here's a shot from midfield. Infield pass gets blocked by Atomic. The ball was just wide of the net. And now Atomic looking for the dribble out of his half. Garrett G takes it from him and takes the boost. Now looking for his teammate in the midfield. Mist steals it away. Up to Atomic in the cherry pick. Extends it to the backboard. And Squishy should have this one for free. Here comes all of NRG. Past 1 minute remaining. Turbo Pulsa counters them all by himself. Justin Garrett G now up above the board. Squishy on the far side's got Mist to deal with first. Atomic comes in from the side to help him. Final minute of gameplay, and EnVy has had everything in game number 1. They're looking for a third goal.
And Turbo, he's not afraid to use that ceiling, anything to get around the defender. The flick won't beat out Atomic. EnVy is in form right now, keeping NRG scoreless.
Right down here's Mist. Turbo Pulse and Mist bump into each other. Justin half flips to take control, but still loses it to Mist as he regains control of his car. Towards the net, Turbo Pulse on the goal line, dispatches it just fine. 20 seconds left. NRG's got to score right now. Justin with an opportunity, pushes it to the far post, and it's wide again. The accuracy from NRG. Just a little bit left to be tightened, you could say, is Garrett G out of this corner. 8 seconds left. And EnVy, their first 2 goals are going to be good enough. There's not going to be time to score 2, as Squishy might get a buzzer beater here. Justin decides to end the game without taking the goal. Not going to make a difference anyway. EnVy takes game 1.
That was a nice try at the end there, but that play pretty much sums up how the game went for NRG. Close, but not close enough. They failed to score multiple times. They had slight windows where you thought, is this shot going in? And it barely missed. Hits off the post, hits off the crossbar, goes out. NRG, they just weren't able to get as much space as they have been able to against previous teams. EnVy is keeping up with them. You see Atomic especially. Mist also, they're not afraid to jump early when they're in enemy territory to get that extra touch, get that extra tip that throws off the NRG attack. And also the demos working out as well. One of the goals that we saw in this game was from Mist getting that demo on the last man back. So EnVy, they're not shying away from a fight.
Yeah, no, both the goals that EnVy was able to create came on some simple forced errors or a demolition, something that wasn't, the actual shot itself didn't have to be that precise, which means that they're controlling this midfield quite well. They're giving themselves very strong opportunities. Here's Squishy now in this corner. The beginning of game 2. NRG now down by 1, looking to bounce back here. Again, best of 7, gotta win 4, and NRG coming from the lower bracket has to bracket reset. There's Atomic with the back pass to Mist. Pops it to the backboard. Justin sends it to his corner. Got players rotating in underneath him, kind of loses control of this as it awkwardly bounces off of his undercarriage. Squishy now to the sky. Up against Atomic, is into the midfield to get a boost and looks for the bump on Mist, but Mist already airborne, gets it all by himself, and now the ball in front of the box. Justin will play it to his corner. Turbo over the top of Justin. Garrett G with a miss. Mist will quickly turn on this one. Takes it underneath. Justin keeps it on the ground, flicks it over Atomic, and a shot from Garrett G is good. Oh my goodness. NRG with quick offense. Get on the board.
And that infield pass doing wonders. Turbo was thinking Atomic was going up for a challenge, and when Atomic stayed on the ground, Turbo was way out of position, and Garrett had a wide open lane towards net. NRG getting on the board.
NRG weren't able to score in game number 1, and now they take the lead here in game 2, looking to make it 2 goals, but Squishy can't quite get it around the post, and Garrett G will take to the sky after the clear. Turbo Pulsa with a response, and connects with Atomic over to Mist. 3-player pass and play. EnVy ties it up in style.
Man, that pass was fantastic, but this shot, even better. The pre-flip from Atomic, he gets bumped immediately after the play, like a quarterback throwing a laser, then getting slammed by the oncoming defender. But it doesn't matter, it was too late. Atomic, and that was a perfect pass right on the numbers, and that strike from Mist was something to be envied.
I liked the play from NRG, but my goodness, EnVy sees their play and raises them an extra pass. 3:40 on the clock now. We're tied up at 1 apiece. And this has been just EnVy's day. Garrett G now to the wall. He's got Justin and Squishy in the midfield. Justin staying aggressive. Squishy falls back a little bit. Here's Justin to the sky and to visit past Turbo Pulsa, but it's into a corner. Mist was waiting for it. He'll get it out to midfield. He's got Atomic in the middle. Atomic to try and play it behind the retreating Justin. Justin with a quick flip keeps in the midfield, and the ball and 4 players going to stall out. It's going to go to the 3rd man.
And there's that small ball demo from Mist as well. Atomic shot makes the defense stretch, but we saw how close Mist and Atomic were playing to one another. Mist had a backflip flick. What a huge play from Garrett. Wow.
Nobody was up for this. Look at this. He had a full tank of boost, uses all of it. Just use it to get the ball into the backboard, get it controllable, and then the soft tap. Nobody challenged him that whole way. Garrett G gonna do Garrett G things.
And, you know, Garrett, he's jumping from the outside of the ball and is able to put that straight off the backboard to set up the double tap. He has excellent control.
NRG take the lead back. Garrett G's double tap's a huge part of the story yesterday. Today, it's been mostly about Squishy's incredible plays. But Atomic going to try and be confusing in front of Justin. Justin just going to wait for the shenanigans to end. A pass across. Squishy's going to chase this one down. Up against Atomic. The pre-jump from Squishy. He's got control. Back down. Garrett G up for it. He's going to beat Turbo. Can he get it past the last defender? Oh, he's got it bumped away, but it's not going to be anywhere that Squishy can deal with. Now Squishy trying to set up Justin. Here comes the rest of EnVy as they gain control out of their corner. And we'll stabilize for just a moment. Justin now put the pressure right back on. Got the flip reset. Tries to use it, but mistakes it away from him before he can put in that shot. 2-1 NRG. We keep going in the second half.
But you see how far back EnVy is now after Justin going for that flip reset play. NRG throwing some elbows, trying to get some space to work with, and they're able to right now.
Turbo Pulse in the sky. He's lost control of his ball, and Garrett G will try to take it from him. Squishy, though. Awkward double commit. Turbo Pulse has got an empty net if he can find the shot, and he does. Mist will help push it through. Tie game.
And this was a bad double commit. Garrett and Squishy both going. Squishy actually bumps Garrett way out of the play. Had no boost left after it. A tough error for NRG fans to stomach as EnVy's able to equalize.
Yeah, especially off the goals they've scored. That last one from Garrett, a stylish way to get into it, and the kickoff gonna go in Turbo's favor. Justin couldn't get back from boost. EnVy's got the lead.
And things couldn't get much worse in these few seconds. You see Garrett peels off the ball. I think you just have to go for it in that situation, putting a lot of faith in his teammates to get back.
Oh, it's a question we've debated time and time again, boost on kickoff or not, and generally the entire competitive scene has agreed yes, but maybe one of the contextual times you don't want to. Now it could cost you the game. The pass across to Justin, they look to tie back up. Mist will cover it up. Now the ball back in the midfield. Turbo will extend it along, and Atomic to chase it down, put pressure on, and he gets it in! Atomic puts it through, 4-2 EnVy.
And look at the power Turbo gets on that upside down, launching it backwards. It wasn't a goal, but it was enough to get the rebound out to Atomic. Atomic, another pinpoint accurate finish. And EnVy, it's tough to imagine that they were ever losing in this game, but now we see another kickoff goal. It's a slugfest.
All right, the kickoff goals equalized. They don't matter. 1-goal game for EnVy here. And this time it's funny, it wasn't actually on it was the double cheat up that got EnVy. They weren't able to deal with it. And NRG now 1 away from tying up the game. 1:28 on the clock, still very much within reach. But man, we've seen a little bit of everything in this game, James.
This has been crazy. This is an abnormal game, especially to see in the grand finals. Back-to-back kickoff goals, big swings, mistakes from NRG, who's been playing so well today. Now
I love that Jorby was talking about Atomic and how, like, when this player's strong, when this player has his accuracy in his hand and knows what to do with it, man, EnVy is not a team that can be beaten by anyone. There was a complete sentence in there somewhere, but that has exactly been what's happening. Atomic has been shooting well, EnVy's been getting the wins, and he's going to try and find one more. Gets a setup here. Garrett G with a clear, and Squishy to chase this one down. He's in the sky with at least enough boost to get one touch on it, but lost control in the second. The passes from EnVy. 2 touches to get the ball going all the way back into the orange, and then 2 touches back for NRG. Such efficiency. Squishy fires and shoots. Atomic will get the block back into the goal. 30 seconds remaining. Back and forth. It's all on NRG, though. They've got to score. Here comes Justin up against Atomic. And this guy once more. Smith got it off to the side. Squishy through 1. 15 seconds left. Justin trying to set it up. 2 players from NRG, both Garrett and Squishy, pretty far back in their territory. For the time being as it is, 5 seconds left on the clock. They've got to get this one all the way down. There's a pass across to Justin. Justin waited for the pass to come to him instead of just pre-jumping it there at the end. He won't be able to reach it. EnVy take games 1 and 2.
And things, they're really starting to look grim for NRG. This seemed to be their response game. They got out to that early lead, and then EnVy comes roaring back. And those kickoff goals really going to haunt you. NRG did get one back afterwards, but still, NRG crumbled that game. We saw them make mistakes on the defensive end that we haven't really seen them make. And maybe it's finally starting to wear on them. They've had to play so many series to get to this point. And now they've got to beat EnVy twice. Even if they win this series, that's not enough. They've got to do it again. And with the way EnVy has come out and played these first 2 games, it's looking like their chances are getting slimmer and slimmer as time goes on.
Yeah, man, this is such a long day. The double elimination bracket, I think people always talk about, like, they like it because it's like, oh, you have a second chance, but my goodness, is that second chance demanding? Absolutely so difficult. I mean, well, they've played more series than anybody in the tournament at this point, and to win it, they're going to have to play an extra series than anybody else would had they come through the upper bracket. So EnVy putting themselves with, they just have everything going for them at this point. They've been able to beat NRG when they aren't scoring. They've been able to beat NRG when they are scoring. And now they've got a 2-game lead, 1 away from having match point. And now best of 7. EnVy is looking like our champions already. It's just a matter of, can NRG turn this around?
This is such a critical game. I mean, to reverse sweep and then have to go another series, it seems like a monumental task. EnVy, on the other hand, everything's been going right for them this tournament. They had that one scare against Ghost, but other than that, they have been in full control, completely dominating Rogue to get to this point, and now taking NRG down 2 games in a row, they can smell victory in the water.
Last time I remember a team coming back and winning a bracket reset after dropping the first few games and looking like the series was over. Season 5, NRG versus Vitality, or Dignitas, excuse me, the other yellow European team. Those first few games, NRG looked so strong, and then Dignitas managed to bring it back, winning in Game 6, bracket reset, go to Game 7, and everybody knows the rest. NRG's going to have to find a similar sort of success here if they want to take this one away from EnVy.
Yeah, bracket resets, nothing new to many of these players. Squishy and Turbo both having to do it to get a world champion title.
Yep. Seasons 5 and 6. There's Atomic onto the wall. Goalie's getting cleared out by the rest of EnVy, and Atomic, a rare moment of inaccuracy. What would have been the first goal of Game 3. The defender had already been taken care of. And now above, Turbo looking for it. Touch from Justin. Justin switching to the Fennec. Seeing if the card change can help change it up for him. It was a good switch yesterday. There's through 2. NRG wanted some challenges. Over the top of 1, Justin onto the backboard. Not able to chase it down the rest of the way. Squishy will turn on this one, pick it up, send it to the corner for Garrett. Garrett chooses to keep it on the ground. Missed. Will win the challenge, and Squishy's got to play again.
And
there's
honestly,
Turbo onto it. Open net. Does he find it? Oh, what a save from Justin flying back. You got to be kidding me.
And Turbo almost getting a goal. I'm shocked that he kept that out, or that NRG kept that out. This has been an onslaught from EnVy. Already 5 shots. NRG struggling to keep up. And the thing that EnVy is doing so well is getting to that ball as quick as they can. Mist talked about doing that same strategy against Rogue. It worked, and now it's working against NRG.
Oh my. The demo's starting to rain in heavy from both sides. Squishy on the 1. Passing the midfield, Atomic to chase this one down, gets it behind Justin, who plays it to his own backboard just to take away the first shot. And now the play from Mist into an open net. This time he doesn't miss. The demo will be enough. EnVy's on top.
I mean, how do you come back from that? You have a double boost steal in the corner to a demo on the goal line. That's hopeless. EnVy, they are outclassing NRG right now, which I never thought I would say, seeing how good of a run NRG's had up to this point.
And they're outclassing them on fundamentals, too. It's not like they're playing some crazy haphazard style or going for the nuts solo plays we were talking about earlier on in the day. They're stealing boost and getting demolitions and catching them with their pants down and scoring the easy nets. Like, Mist accuracy. The accuracy's got to be there, but it's not like Mist is hitting crazy, crazy shots here. Wonderful stuff from EnVy. As Garrett G puts more pressure into the corner, the redirect from Justin not quite good enough, and Garrett will take it away from the defender. Can Squishy get up and set up Justin? Justin's trying to rotate back around, but he's actually going to bail. It just goes for boost. Leaves it for Garrett in the backfield. Atomic won't be able to do much with it. Missed a Turbo. Get the rotation into the orange corner. Turbo looking for the shot out of the corner, and there's a play from the goalie. Out back to midfield. Atomic, 2 touches to turn it back around. And now looking to set up Mist. Squishy puts it onto Justin's hood. EnVy put lots of pressure on, but no goal just yet. They'll hold into their 1-goal lead. NRG, they've got to win here in Game 3, or they have to reverse sweep just to get to a bracket reset, which I'm not sure even Garrett G can handle at this point.
That shot from Justin testing missed. But NRG, they can't seem to find the answer to this EnVy defense. EnVy's so unafraid. They are challenging everything they can, giving no space to NRG whatsoever. But that low shot, even that was off target. Turbo will get credited with a save, but that was not on.
It was so close that they cannot afford the misses. And honestly, there's something to be said for just shooting on target and just forcing EnVy to leave a player back in net, keep them honest, to relieve a little bit of pressure and give yourself some more midfield control. Not that EnVy isn't playing a person in the back third, but the accuracy's just not been there where they feel like they have to leave a player on the goal line specifically. Final 36 seconds, EnVy with nothing, no real new cards being thrown at them here. It's just been business as usual for 29 more seconds. They'll get the win in game 3. Pressure from Garrett G. A clear miss and Atomic on top of each other, though. A little bit of a double commit, maybe something that can be pressured here. Nice play from Justin to put pressure on Atomic, but he does make the save, and he's got all the control. The rest of NRG too far back to put more pressure on him. Now Squishy out of the corner in 10 seconds. They've got to get this goal. Miss takes it away from him, puts it into an empty corner. Garrett G's gonna try and take it, but doesn't even touch it on the first play. Now he's got it through the sky, onto Justin's hood, who puts it in! Oh, the speed, the infield pass ties the game!
Garrett G is so clutch, gets to the wall, gets that light touch that sets up an even better pass into the middle. Garrett G has been clutch for NRG all tournament long, and that play is keeping their hopes alive in this grand final.
If that shot was any slower, James, if that pass was any slower, the ball gets saved and EnVy's up by 3 games, but instead we're in overtime. NRG's got a chance. Past one, Justin into the corner. Turbo Pulsa takes it from him. And it's an awkward bounce. Here's Squishy with a pass to Garrett G. Shot is just, oh, it was good, and Atomic makes the save. The defense continues to hold. Justin now with an opportunity to hit it, and he puts it through. NRG win when they could not afford the loss.
Justin with the flip reset, reads the bounce off the ceiling, and Mist is left stunned. Justin, no hesitation on that flip reset, and he wove it through beautifully. NRG, this could be the game that really turns around this grand final for them. They were looking down and out, but that play from Garrett to keep the ball in control, and then, like you said, Wave, such a hard shot from Justin. Everything had to go right for NRG in those final moments. They did not give up, and man, did they come through.
That was an incredible way to win a game, and what a way to get some energy back on your side, take away some of that momentum EnVy's been building. But still, they've got to keep it consistent here. We saw a flash, a spark of accuracy there at the end with shot after shot after shot going in and being on target. We saw Atomic make a crazy save. Like, that sort of accuracy has got to continue here, James, for NRG.
It does, but I mean, look at the shot Justin just hit to win in overtime. He reads the bounce straight off the ceiling into a low altitude flip reset. Justin, he's been feeling it today. We even saw Garrett utilizing flip resets better than we'd ever seen him be able to do before, but they came out flat. NRG, they needed something. They needed a shot of adrenaline, and this win just might be it. So keep your eyes on EnVy. EnVy, they've been very good up to this point. You know, they've been quick to challenge in the midfield. We even see Turbo jumping at the midfield, getting that extra touch. And it's been working. Even the demo and the boost deals in the corner, EnVy has had answers. So this is going to be a very interesting game.
Yeah, no, NRG still got to look out because nothing seemed out of place there for EnVy. It was the extra level from NRG that got them the win, but EnVy's still clean as ever. And Atomic has been being, the gates have been open for him over and over again. He shot at so many empty nets because of demos or because of bumps or pushing him out of position or not having the boost to get back in time. EnVy still definitely the favorites right now, I would say, in this series. Can they continue it on here and get to that match point that they so nearly had in Game 3?
I'm with you, Wavepunk. We saw what it took from NRG to get that win. They had to dig deep just to get that single game win. And they have a long road ahead of them.
Atomic, all eyes on him as he takes to the sky. Tries to put it down, couldn't get that distance off the wall. to avoid the backboard defense, and NRG's kept it in this corner for a bit. Justin now taking it to the sky. What a hit there to carry it all himself. Tries to find a flip reset, gets the pitch off the ground. Now what? I don't understand what I'm looking at, but it's super cool.
You know, Justin, he's like a snake charmer. He's moving all around. He makes it where you don't even know what you're doing. You get in a deep sleep, and then boom, Justin makes the play, the ground pinch. There's the fireworks we were wanting to see from NRG.
Yeah, dude, just invent new shots. I'm cool with it. That's a good way to win a finals. Justin gets the lead for NRG here in game 4, and now Garrett G to the sky. Past 1, onto the backboard, looking for the double tap, and he hits it. 2-0 NRG.
Oh, no, it's starting. Justin wins that 50, but then Garrett, so crisp on that double tap. He didn't have much boost to work with at all. They're getting so good. You know, pros like Garrett, they're so good at that first hit. To hit it with authority, get a strong bounce, and not need that much boost on the adjustment.
It's everyone, I think, thinks that the hard part of a double tap is getting the second hit. It's definitely the first, and Squishy will find it on a defensive mistake, a rare defensive mistake from EnVy in this series.
And what are we seeing now? Missed. Just missed
Bounced
that
off
one.
the crossbar.
Yeah, you expect him to make those plays. And NRG, what a turnaround this was. A situation where you think they're down and out to now they're gearing up to get back in the driver's seat.
They'll tie up the series if they win it here, and winning is very much in the cards with a 3-goal lead, but we're still not across halftime. Still a lot of games to play here. Game 4. Squish out of goal, kind of Justin right on top of him there. See how Atomic responds here as he takes those guys out of boost, but gets onto the backboard, out in front of the box, missed a shoot and score. EnVy on the board, they're coming back.
And EnVy, you know, they're not out of this just yet. Over 3 minutes left, and missed. He sees 3 defenders ready to block the shot and still is able to place that bottom right corner. He saw his angle and executed, so he's already made up for that miss on the defensive end, getting one back for EnVy, and this game is still winnable.
It is very, very winnable. It's Justin into the corner. Garrett G, not able to beat Atomic, but Squishy out of net will get it up to the side, onto the wall. Atomic through 1, now through 2. He lost control, but actually still wins the challenge against Justin. Garrett G on the rotation through. We'll finally get it through 2 players back to midfield, but Atomic going to try here to take control. Turbo versus Squishy. On the side. Pinched across the field. Turbo waits for it. Right here at halftime. 3-1 NRG. NRG trailing 1 game in the series. And the first of our best of 7s for the grand finals. NRG find a way to get us to game 7 or get 4 wins here in this first series. We'll play a second best of 7. There's a shot from the sky.
We've seen before, Wavepunk. You know, multiple bracket resets. This is not uncommon, really, to see teams be able to make that happen. So we could be in for the long haul. And that's one of the things that makes double elimination so exciting is the tenseness of the action. Woo! And now Turbo moving EnVy within just 1 goal.
This is getting exciting, James. Missed to Turbo on the infield pass, brings us with 1 goal. And here's the thing, there's just under 2 minutes left to play. 1:49 on the clock. That is so much time. I kind of think, James, NRG's got to score again to secure this game.
That insurance goal is so important at this point. We even saw, and a huge miss.
Oh,
perfect pass.
That's it.
And they do it. Oh, that miss was deadly for NRG.
Turbo and Atomic. This time it's the other way around, but the infield pass again. He shoots to the near post to tie the game. 1:41 on the clock, and NRG's got to go right back to the drawing board. EnVy has tied this game.
Wow. Once I saw that 3-goal lead for NRG, Wave, I didn't think that EnVy was coming back. But now look at him threatening to take the lead.
The double commit, lucky for NRG. Missed was pretty far back there, or else that was absolutely goal number 4. And here comes Atomic. Garrett G takes it away from him. Missed onto the wall. He actually misses the ball. Turbo has to sit back and watch what Squishy and Garrett do. With the demolition high in the sky on Garrett. Justin has a read, puts it into the box, but Mist now trying to dribble it. Goes laterally across the field. Does he get first touch on this? No. Squishy gets it away from him. Now lofted in the midfield. Atomic's got a lot of space. He'll just crank it to the upper 90, but it's just a bit high, and Justin gets the block. 1 minute left. Tied at 3 apiece. It's been 3 up, 3 down for each team. Atomic with a miss, and Justin into the corner. Next goal, likely going to be the one that takes it here. Are we tied up in the series, or does EnVy have match point?
It seems like EnVy, it's their tournament. They've had such a quality run. And even in this game, they find themselves down. They don't stop. They keep battling them back, chipping away at the lead, and now they have a chance.
Ooh. Oh, Atomic. He was trying to hit the shot of the tournament. Now Mist going to look for a double tap on the other side, but Garrett G breaks it up on that backboard. Squishy challenging Turbo. Neutral. Gets back around the ball, gets the pass to Justin, and Atomic is the block, but Garrett G's coming in for it. Mist takes to the sky. Justin nearly dunks him, drops it to Squishy and puts it in. 11 seconds left, and NRG's got the lead back.
It's so exciting. You see Mist going up and gets blocked by Garrett. That was such an important challenge from Garrett G, who continues to step up. And Squishy, an easy cleanup for him. And what an ending this has been so far. Can NRG hold on?
The fake kickoff. Turbo shoots and scores. Oh, I can't believe they pulled it off.
What is this game? What is this series? Atomic and Turbo. Is it? Do they have some kind of telepathic link? They're working flawlessly together. These passes are picturesque.
The absolute Mad Lads pulling out in a fake kickoff with 11 seconds in a grand finals. Obviously, they've got some breathing room, but still, and it works. Overtime, game 4. If EnVy scores, they're on match point. Comes Turbo. Just over the top of 1. Atomic now lofted into the sky. Squishy's there, drops it straight back down. Garrett's in a really awkward spot, kind of almost blocking Justin. And Atomic will pass out to Turbo. Long way down the field. Garrett G gets the touch to put it away from the goal, but Turbo's chasing it. He gets it underneath Squishy. Garrett G's there. Back to Squishy now, who's out in the cherry pick. Infield pass to Justin, but blocked by the front line defense of EnVy. My goodness, EnVy starts off hot here, but NRG is strung together a few passing plays. Back and forth, these teams battle. It's Atomic. 2 players in front of him, gets it past Squishy. Justin's turned around backwards. Atomic's happy to chase this down. But Justin gets it past him and past Mist. This is important. Turbo pulls it now in the corner. It's got to do this all by himself. Gets the boost, but Squishy going to try and pass to Garrett, and Atomic will actually break that one up. Gets it all the way to the corner. Justin left to chase. And now Atomic looking to set up Turbo. Gets a demolition onto Justin. Looks for Squishy as well. Missed with the kill. Turbo doesn't quite move in. He hesitates for a moment. And now back into the midfield. Justin's got the ball.
Dribble chance.
He'll take it to the goal. Up against Atomic. Looks for the fake. Atomic will just tackle him outright. Ball out of the corner. Garrett G in. Shoots to the goal. Turbo Pulse has got the save. 1 minute gone and we keep playing.
This is so tense. These opportunities, Justin going for that highlight fake. And you feel it. If you're an NRG fan, this is it. They've got to make the stand here and now. Otherwise, EnVy, if they can get this win, I think they'll stroll to the title.
Across it into the box. Missed with a clear down the field. Justin's up for it. Just barely reaches the ball on what was going to drop in on the long shot. Justin now in the corner. Running out of boost. Turbo takes it away from him. Looks for bumps on goalie. Squishy gets it out of the corner. Justin takes his own corner boost. A key boost spawn to keep NRG humming on defense. Now Turbo in the midfield. Justin there up against Mist. Gets it past him. Can he tuck it in? No! Off the post. Turbo pulls it. Takes it away from Squishy. No follow-up. Here comes the counterattack from EnVy. Atomic's out of boost. Doesn't get the best touch, but Mist gets it through him. And Turbo pulls it hanging back. It is overtime. Mist now on the wall. Is Turbo moving up? He's there in the midfield. Pops it high. Doesn't have the boost to follow himself, and neither of his teammates did. They were both already falling back, but NRG doesn't really do much with it either. Off the backboard, uncontested. Justin does get it off the bounce. Turbo Pulsa puts it high. Garrett G to try and drop it to Justin. Misses it. Turbo Pulsa couldn't put it between the posts, and Squishy's got it. 2.5 minutes into overtime, and we keep going.
Low boost for Squishy as well. NRG barely hanging on, and that touch from Justin off the backboard, that read was the read. He had to make it. Now on the other end, Mist making stops. This is edge of your seat action playing out.
Mist versus Squishy. drag racing down the field. Atomic in tow. Squishy gets it past both of them, and now it's up to Turbo. He doesn't quite lose the challenge, but doesn't really win it either. Back to Squishy, to Garrett, blocked by Atomic, and now through the sky, onto an open net. Squishy retreating defense, gotta get it. It's just enough the wall to keep us going. Still tied up 3 minutes into overtime.
Justin is making defensive play after defensive play. NRG very easily could have already lost if Justin isn't playing to the level that he's playing at right now.
NRG having to play backflip ball right now. The last 2 touches, both off their back bumper. Missed to put it to the corner, just barely puts it high. NRG's positioning just good enough to force the miss. Now Garrett G to the net. Ooh. Mist gets back in time. Oh my goodness.
Mist was going for the demo on Garrett. He wasn't able to get it and then had to defend the shot.
Oh!
This is getting antsy right now for EnVy. They're trying to stay alive. We've seen it, both teams now barely able to keep their heads above water.
Yeah, Turbo pulls a missed in goal, but nobody was there for NRG to take the shot, so they keep going. Now 4 minutes into the overtime. Turbo with the turn. He's got 30 boosts in the tank. Justin uses all of his boosts to actually barely miss the ball. Squishing onto the backboard. Misplaces it to the corner. Over the top of Justin. Justin's got a long route back. And here comes Mist with a shot. Atomic to put it in! There it goes. 4 minutes, 15 seconds into overtime. And EnVy 1-1 away from being our first regional champs.
And Mist, that double tap was enough. Atomic, he's ready to clean that up. He's done that multiple times already this tournament. And what a game for EnVy. NRG, they started out hot. They came out swinging. That 3-0 lead, it looked like this was the point where things would shift for NRG, and EnVy battled their way back. We saw overtime, and what a game this was.
Like, I just want to remind everybody what happened here in Game 4. We had NRG get out to a 3-goal lead uninterrupted. 1-2-3. It's 3-0. Then EnVy comes back 1-2-3 on infield passes and ties it back up. Then with 11 seconds on the clock, NRG takes the lead. And then EnVy fake kickoffs to score in 5 seconds and send us to a 4-minute overtime where Mist was able to put through that final goal. Oh my goodness.
This game had it all away. This was a grand final worthy game. That had it all, and that was the back and forth action. And now NRG, they find themselves on the losing end of it. EnVy, they're just one game now, one game away from claiming total victory in this first regional of the winter split. And you know, it looks like they might just do it. Despite what the desk thought, despite what chat thought, EnVy are about to do it.
They very well might, and I kind of agree with you. I feel like that overtime might have been the tournament at this point for NRG. There is going to take so much energy just to play through the rest of this best of 7, and then if somehow they win this, win a second best of 7. So we'll see though. I've seen crazier things in Rocket League already, and I would never count out NRG in any way, shape, or form, but EnVy definitely got to be feeling good after getting the win there. Here we go into Game 5.
And this would have to be something incredible. And if there is a team that can do it, it is NRG. But they have had to go through so much, so many series, grueling long days. And it does take a toll. And when you have a team playing as well as EnVy, it makes things that much more difficult. But Justin will start NRG out on the right foot, doing that all on his own.
Yeah, Justin gets it past 1, past 2, and then just takes the shot on the third man who's out getting boost, and just barely Atomic doesn't get back in time. That'll be the first goal for NRG in the first 40 seconds. I'll see how do EnVy respond. I'm still thinking about that fake kickoff. That still blows my mind.
It takes a lot of, bravery and also execution, but the passing from EnVy has been on point. We saw Atomic and Turbo up to that point working together over and over and over, getting those passes set up in the middle right into strong shots. And even here, we're seeing it again. Turbo and Atomic, they're firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, no, and I mean, thinking about the things that this match and this particular grand finals can mean to a player like Turbo, came across the pond, gave NRG their first world championship as Justin puts in a second goal onto Turbo, his former teammate.
And Justin, that little hesitation, getting it over Mist. That one, it was going to be a bit embarrassing for EnVy. Justin making you look silly.
Justin did make him look a little bit silly. He's gotten 2 goals now. And funnily enough, I don't care at all. I've seen them have 3-goal leads, and it didn't matter. So we'll have. I'm just enjoying that we get to watch this Rocket League. Some of the best players in the entire planet doing what they do best. Here's Turbo with a dunk in midfield. Kind of glanced off the top of the ball. Not gonna be able to take control of it after winning the challenge. Here's Justin on the other side trying to make it 3-0. See if he can give himself the hat trick. Atomic follows us down. Got one player just behind him, the other point in the midfield. Missed winning 2 challenges. Turbo, though, not going to be able to play this one as it pinches out past his range of influence and then misses the ball. Atomic going to get a control of this one. He's going to use all of his boosters to chase it down, look for a dunk, but it goes up onto the wall instead of straight into his car, and Squishy will follow this one out, carry it the length of the field into the blue.
And this has been an interesting game. Just looking at the stat line, Justin, that touch, he gets bailed out by Garrett there. But what I was going to say, Wave, is that Justin has been doing all the work. 2 unassisted goals, saves, shots, all coming his way. Garrett, he starts to get involved now. He got the save on the other end and was able to punch this one in. So we're back to where we were last game, Wave. A 3-goal lead for NRG. Can they hold on to it this time?
Surely this time around it gets held on to, but we'll see. There is the one difference is that goal. The 3rd goal was scored in the 3rd minute, or were there like 3 minutes and 19 seconds left, I think it was, on the clock in game 4. Here in game 5, about 40 seconds less on the clock for EnVy to work with, and they needed all the time they could get in game 4. Here comes Squishy. Turbo pulls it through 1, and now through 2. There's another play. Can Mist find the shot? Puts it on the ground and in, and this is how things started in last game, James.
It really is. Mist starting to crack open the defense, and Atomic is up so early. This is what has been working for EnVy, is even in those situations where you are likely not going to get there in time, you still go, especially when you have players as fast as Atomic who are going for those challenges. A lot of times you will be able to get that glancing blow on the ball, especially if the players are thinking no challenge is coming in.
Oh no, he tries to play it slow on him, but Squishy goes for the block instead of the save, just gets up and puts his car behind the ball, so there wasn't much of a shot for Atomic, and good thing he did too. That could have been goal number 2. Here's Squishy on the back wall with Turbo Pulsa prowling in front of him. He'll dismount, try to get control, stalls it out. Atomic takes it, pops it high, and Mist still on the ground. He's going to leave it for Atomic. Turbo gets a demolition on the 1. A miss from the second defender, but Mist also misses the ball. And now Squishy, with the full dribble, gets it past 2. Garrett G to take over in midfield. 1:38 on the clock as Atomic tries to get in the midfield to Turbo Pulsa and does connect back into the orange again. Squishy onto the wall. Lots of space, and he'll take all of it just to get the ball back to midfield. Neutral play against Atomic. Mist trying to chase it. It'll be Justin who touches it next.
And EnVy, we're seeing them start to cool off a bit. NRG figuring things out. Garrett, the flip reset forced the double.
We've been talking about how he's been using flip resets in a way we've never seen before, but the counterattack from Atomic, everybody was forward on the attack from NRG.
Yeah, this was an all-in moment. Justin cheating up in the middle, and despite Garrett having that scoring chance, it goes about as poorly as you could have hoped. The shot saved to the corner and then quickly turned around to a counterattack. And EnVy, they did it last game. Can they do it again?
And that particular play style, they've been doing this whole series, punishing any positional mistake from NRG. 1 minute remaining, down by 1. EnVy trying to bring it back from a 3-goal deficit a second time in this series. Turbo Pulse in the midfield. It bounces off the ground. Here's Justin with Squishy in tow. Mist got a tie. Here's Squishy. Got Garrett G right behind him. Just a tag team I formation from NRG, trying to get the work done, but not quite able to get it further than the box. Justin now through 1, 38 seconds left, and just holding on to a keep away. The name of the game for NRG, just don't let EnVy have the ball. Atomic's now got it though. Out of boost. There's a touch from Garrett G over the top of 1. Goalie's up for it. Mist bounces it off the ground. Atomic refilled the tanks, but they can't get this ball out of their back third. NRG finally starting to suffocate EnVy and gain some semblance of control. They need this win. 14 seconds left. Garrett G and Squishy, a little bit of confusion here. Squishy tries to slow it down. Turbo pulls it out to Mist. Just sends it to the upper 90 and ties the game with 7 seconds. No way!
It's not meant to be for NRG when you got EnVy coming back game after game. Mist driving straight into that ball. And man, oh man, was that perfectly placed.
I don't know. I don't believe what I'm watching. 4 seconds left. They might win it right here. Mist gets it back to Atomic. He's got it above the goal. Full boost for Turbo Pulsa. Justin over the top of one, though. Now into the empty field. He's just going to kill this ball, right? He is. Overtime in game 5. 3 overtimes in a row from these teams.
And exciting overtimes for EnVy where you think they're out and they fight back tooth and nail every second of the game. And now 1 goal, all that separates them from the title.
Squishy trying to keep NRG's hopes alive down to their last breath. Atomic out to the edge, onto the wall. Garrett G trying to turn it around on the tap. Missed. Not going to gain control of this much. Turbo Pulsa gets it away. Here comes the shot from Justin. Here's going to be a full press from NRG, and there's the shot from Garrett G. They stay alive. 1 more game. They will not have it taken away this time.
Garrett stepping up yet again. Atomic was hoping that Mist would get there in time. Mist was almost in position to get that block. That was millimeters away from being the right line on that ball, but Garrett G will keep NRG in this tournament. Well, how difficult was that game? Another game where they're out to a 3-goal lead and they almost lose that as well. NRG, they're leaving everything on the field, but EnVy they're certainly doing damage.
I don't even know what I'm watching anymore. This is crazy. Absolute insanity. It was so, like, there was something so satisfying about the fact that, like, Mist didn't make it the best touch. Turbo Pulsa comes in to cover it up there in overtime, and Garrett and Justin is right there. The fact that Justin was right there, I was like, they have to both be there. This has to be the aggressive forward position from NRG, and it was. Seeing a team be willing to commit all 3 players like that in overtime when their tournament life is on the line is the sort of confidence I want to see from NRG moving forward if they're going to have any chance, because this series is so EnVy's to lose at this point, James.
Oh, certainly. You feel like EnVy has had everything go in their favor for the most part. This one, finally, NRG having something go their way. They were on a slide for a bit, but they recovered. And a lot of that response in the last game was due to Justin and his solo plays. But we're going to need to see NRG coming back as a unit, getting Squishy involved, and more of these opportunities if they hope to take EnVy down, because again, they've got a long way to go. Not only will they have to get the next 2 wins, but they're going to have to get 4 again after that.
Somehow, I believe if they can get the next 2 wins, the next 4 doesn't even seem that hard. This is the hard part of the mountain. They've begun to climb it. We've been talking about how long this journey is since the very beginning, and they're a quarter of the way there, which is something worth talking about. But EnVy, man, the other part of the story is EnVy has to go on this journey with them. As long as NRG stretches it out, they're dragging EnVy along with it. Who gets worn out first? NRG's experience in the trenches might pay off. Turbo Pulsa sits in net. Mist will try to take it over the top. Past a few players and into the corner, or onto the side wall, rather. Now Turbo out to Mist out of the corner, back to Turbo. It's over his head. He'll look for the boost, doesn't find it, or any goalies. And Justin will just have the ball here. Open space for Squishy. Half a tank of boost. Takes it up against Mist, drops down, and Atomic off the backboard. We'll get the clear. Justin tries to send more shots, keep the goalies honest, gets 2 of them to commit. Mist and Turbo, though, will pitch it back to the midfield, and then a shot! Oh my goodness, lucky for NRG, Squishy made the full rotation back.
And you have to watch out for EnVy. We've seen how many times that quick counterattack has burned NRG. So even though NRG's having possession and they're taking shots, you can tell they're waiting. They're waiting for EnVy to make that quick pass and that hard shot. And even that shot,
oh no,
that was a blistering one.
That was exactly the sort of counterattack that can win you a regional championship. Shot from midfield. It'll fall slowly, and Mist will pick it up. Wins the challenge against Justin. Turbo to turn on this one. Dismounts the wall. Takes the shot from midfield. Trying to set up Mist maybe? No, just goes straight to the goal, and Garrett G's got it. Atomic now over the top of him, and Squishy will get it off to the side. Now Justin to try and pick it up. Misses contact. Mist will send it to the edge. And Atomic back in the midfield. Turbo Pulse is there. A win from Squishy. Keeps it neutral in the midfield. Squishy sends the shot on target. 2:39 on the clock, approaching halftime, scoreless in game 6, easily the most defensive game we've had so far.
Yeah, we've been seeing a lot of offense these first games in the series. Now it's starting to slow down. The teams, you can tell, nerves starting to play a role. EnVy, they just got to get one win. That's all they need, but they can feel it start to slip out of their fingers. NRG refusing to make this easy.
NRG on the backboard, missed out to the edge, and Atomic and him kind of get piled up in the corner, but Atomic will take it on the cross. Screenplay not going to work out, or NRG wins their challenges, keeps the ball in the blue. A miss, though, from Garrett G. Here comes Turbopulsa. He's got Atomic on the far side, tries to get the pass to him, actually pinches it with it. Squishy. It goes out to Atomic, and Atomic doesn't believe in himself on the wall, I think, and
just no boost. Wave, he had no boost to go for it. He was faking out, which is a good way to keep NRG off the ball. But, you know, he's certainly telling his teammates he needs support, and it's paying off. EnVy on an attack here.
The bluff did enough to get the ball into the orange, but still no goal. 1:30 left to go. And NRG, no full commit on offense. Turbo setting up Atomic. Squishy's getting past him, but no, Atomic able to shoot behind Squishy. Get the ball into the corner. Now here comes Mist. Justin loose. Garrett G attacking in the front. Justin will recover and gain a touch out of the corner, but into the box. NRG, the most pressed they've been all game. And EnVy still one game away from the championship. A win here will end it all. 3-1. Perfect defense from both sides. The ball stays in EnVy corner in the final minute. Atomic and Turbo to the sky. Squishy off the backboard. Mist hangs at midfield, and Garrett G keep this ball high in the sky, puts it on target. Garrett G, the long-range touch off the ceiling to take the lead.
Garrett G will double tap it off anything. And that shot in a huge moment, so clutch yet again. Oh my, Garrett G, he's living up to the name.
He is living up to the name, but the kickoffs reset things. They've got to play clean for 37 seconds. Turbopulsa off the ceiling. He's got Atomic underneath him. A Squishy will intercept it. Critical plays to keep the ball in enemy territory. Keep them on the defense. It's Turbopulsa to the edge. Atomic to try and cover it up. Onto the backboard, Atomic looks to get it through two. Turbopulsa's there and puts it in. 17 seconds left. 3 games in a row in the final 20 seconds. EnVy ties the game.
Atomic with insane touches. That first 50 and then staying on the ball. Nothing is easy in this series for either team. This is leaving it all on the field, fighting tooth and nail, refusing to lose.
Squishy into the corner. 10 seconds left. EnVy trying to end it in regulation on offense. Missed. Bumps Justin. Atomic's got a little space. Traps it to the side, but Garrett G already read the trap and takes it to the far end of the field. Keeps it alive. Justin's up for it. Just got to keep it off the ground. Mist puts it on the side. Overtime for the 4th game in a row.
This is getting to be too much. The kickoff was right back to Justin as well. Another overtime game.
That was a big commitment on offense. Garrett G's got to play perfect. Doesn't even touch it. Justin gets it on the relief. Coming back in. Miss now. Squishy to take it away. Atomic to the edge. Turbopulsa now. Over 1. Justin in front. Wins the challenge. Miss sends the shot down. EnVy 1 goal away from being regional champions for our first winter split. Turbo bumps to 1 defender. Squishy grounded. And then the neutral into the midfield. Garrett G chasing this one dangerous. Mist will have some space and pops it. Turbopulsa now to try and bump Justin off the ball. Gives Mist a little bit of space. Beats Squishy as well. It's going to be up to Garrett here on the wall, and he's got room to work with. Gets it over the top of Atomic. He's got 60 boost in his tank as he takes it to the enemy wall. Onto the backboard, looks for defenders. Doesn't find anything, and the clear comes through. EnVy stabilizes. First minute will come and go.
And another golden goal opportunity for EnVy. And this has been nerve-wracking, even just sitting here watching these players play. I can't imagine what it must feel like being 1 goal away. And now Justin! Top shelf! We're going to Game 7!
Oh my goodness, Justin. It was Garrett to Squishy to Justin up against their former teammate Turbo, and he just barely doesn't reach it. NRG, come back alive. And we're going 1 game away from a bracket reset, James.
I am speechless right now. Team EnVy, it looked like this was their tournament. They get through in the upper bracket. They're getting these clutch wins. We see them come back and win in overtime after being down 3. We see them almost do it again to eliminate NRG and take the title. But NRG, the perseverance, it has been, honestly, it's been incredible to witness. And the resolve that we're seeing from them to stay in here despite these situations where they give up the lead and to battle back and still win. This is what champions do.
This is such a clash of the Titans right now. And Jen, I brought up earlier the Season 5 Grand Finals. Those 2 matches are still held in regard as the best matches that have ever happened in Rocket League. This series, James, is making a run for it right now. 4 overtimes in a row, 2-2 on who wins it. 2 different times the team has had to come back from being down by 3 to get it to that overtime. This is absolutely insane, Rocket League. And now, here's the thing, though. NRG has made a mistake, James. They've taken Turbo to Champions Field. His name hangs not once, not twice, but 4 times in the rafters here. This is his home court. Can he do it? Mark across 1. And now Turbo. Taking it off the wall. Passing in, field to Atomic. Justin will block. Garrett G. Turns it around once, leaves it for Squishy in the midfield. Oh, and he's going to take it. Squishy to try and make the play. Loses control in the corner. EnVy. Goes through 2. Justin in the corner here up against Turbo. He's got Garrett in front of him. Atomic will take control. Neither team giving an inch. Ball moving back and forth, but no real shots materializing for either side. Justin out of boost. Garrett G on top of him. It's going to be up to Squishy as Atomic and Turbo pulls a double commit, but they keep that ball glued to the ceiling. Great clear. And now Justin up against Mist, trying to play it underneath him. Gets sneaky. Here's Garrett G once more on the side. His double taps. They haven't been enough to win games in this series, but they've definitely kept NRG in it multiple times, and Justin will get the first goal of Game 7.
You know, Justin, don't give him an opportunity to score. Look at the control, the touch, gets upside down, swings right back into the ball. Strong shot, Justin. He can make solo plays happen, and he does it again. Huge moment as well for NRG, and regardless of who wins, Wave Punk. And the rebound's enough! Squishy flip reset. It didn't score, but it was enough for the rebound.
It was. Squishy just puts the pressure on Turbo, forces him to make the save. No one's there behind him. Justin covers it up. 2-0 NRG. But what were you saying about no matter who wins?
Well, you know, no matter who wins, Wave Punk, the amount of work that both of these teams have put into this series is something to be commended. Whoever wins, they earned it.
They will absolutely be the best team in North America for this split, and here comes EnVy. You thought the 2 goals might be the tell of what's going to happen in this series. If this game doesn't go to overtime, James, I don't know anything anymore.
Well, wouldn't that be something else for EnVy to have another golden goal opportunity to take the title? And this is it. You know, if you're EnVy, this is a last stand. NRG, they're surging. And you think that momentum would be too much if they do manage to get this bracket reset because, again, EnVy has another life. At NRG, they're going to have to win yet again, but EnVy can win it right here and right now.
3:10 on the clock. Garrett G to the corner. Justin's there. Missed. Change the trajectory. Force Justin to reread. And this pinch going behind Garrett G, critical to keep that 3rd goal out. Atomic now through 1. Now Atomic again. Over to Mist. Onto the backboard. Nobody's home. Is Turbo there? He takes his time taking the shot, and Justin's got all the time in the world to read. Now Atomic, though, he was over. He knew where the clear was coming and ties the game 2 apiece.
And that shot from Turbo was enough to make Justin have to panic, hit that flip to make the save. So even though Turbo doesn't score, it's very important that he gets that accuracy on the far post shot. The rebound coming in, and EnVy, they do it yet again. They whittle away this NRG lead, And we're back to even.
Leads don't matter. All that matters is who gets the last goal. Here comes Mist to put in a third one. No, the go-ahead goal denied. Here at halftime, Justin looking for the counterattack, and Turbo will turn him back around. Stall in midfield for just a moment. But Justin on the retreat back, gives the ball to Garrett G. Onto the backboard. Turbo's up for it, sends it to a corner. Garrett G out of boost, but looking for the EnVy boost. Doesn't find it. Justin now, he's got a flip reset to work with. He's going to take use of it and puts it into the corner. What is happening? This is amazing.
Justin is out of this world. The flip reset, bottom corner. Only Justin can step up in these moments. He proves it over and over again.
James, he changed directions. He changed directions from side. He was going laterally across the field and then went into the goal using a flip reset. I've never seen things like this before. And they just won't go away. NRG determined to win this best of 7, but they got to survive for 2 more minutes, and that is so much time for EnVy to work with. Atomic got the backboard, down to Turbo, cleared away by the defense. Missed on the retreat back in. We'll take it away, force Justin to move a little bit, getting hounded by Garrett G, doesn't even mind, still makes the save. Missed, playing immaculate Rocket League.
This is insane, Wave Punk. And EnVy, if the history of this series teaches us anything, they're going to find a way to get back into this.
Here comes the shot from Mist, and Justin makes a save. Turbo pulses up for it. Off the wall, Atomic airborne, puts it to the upper 90, and Justin will send it away. Shot just slightly wide. We keep going. 1:24 left to go in the game. Missed on this far side. Justin through one. There's Atomic to the wall, Missed to take control. With 1 minute left, EnVy in a similar, they've been here 3 times now. 1 goal down in the final minute. Can they tie it up again?
Oh, that's a good touch.
There's Turbo, and this will beat Garrett. Squishy's up for it too. He's gonna get beat by Mist. Atomic versus Justin on the far side. Accuracy to the top corner! That's just clockwork at this point.
This series is something else. Atomic posting in. Justin had every angle covered, but still Atomic scores. I can't believe what I'm witnessing.
I think he had upper 90 covered. The only thing he didn't have covered was posting in. It was like the one shot that could go in. Oh my goodness. And EnVy, they tied up again. Of course they do. 30 seconds left. Atomic looking to win the game. Squishy through one. There's the shot from Mist. Justin's in net. Turbo Pulsa trying. As Garrett G get it away. 20 seconds left. Atomic's there. Pass across to Turbo. He's got Mist and Atomic in front of him. Everything they need to win it here in regulation and become regional champs. Justin back down. Mist to the edge. Onto the wall. Turbo Pulsa in front of him. There's the pass. Infield pass from Turbo. Blocked by Justin. Atomic comes in. Scoops into the corner. Clock is expired. Got to keep it in the air. Justin now looking to take it the entire length of the field. But no. Down to the ground. Game 7. Overtime.
This is this real life? It doesn't feel like it. This is a storybook series.
This
and
is real
EnVy,
life.
they have another crack at it. This is unreal, Wave Punk.
This is real life. This is everything you hoped it will be. This, I'm pretty sure, ladies and gentlemen, is Rocket League. Next goal for EnVy. Wins it. Do they put it through there? 2 players commit on the double commit, but no one's there to take the follow-up shot immediately. Overtime positioning rules. And now Turbo with the attempt. Garrett G through one. Trying to get out of his own corner. Down the length of the field, Missed to put it high. Can NRG do the impossible and reset the bracket?
Justin, he already has a hat trick. He has been dazzling us all tournament long. But that miss, this is a precarious situation for NRG.
Oh, Garrett, he's got to clear. Squishy's out of boost, but he's going to try and reach it anyways. Just put the pressure on the net, forcing him to make the save, and Turbo does it. Now Justin with quite a bit more boost. Flip reset again. Pass 1. 2 players commit on it. Turbo Pulsa's got it away. Squishy out of this corner. Will try to get the clear, but Turbo keeps it glued to the wall behind him. Garrett G gets it through Turbo, but misses there. Atomic lurking in front of the net. Justin will clear it before it touches the box. Atomic read the reposition. Oh my goodness, couldn't connect with Turbo though in the midfield. Now a pass. Oh dear, here comes Turbo and Missed. 1:20 on the clock. 1 goal away. EnVy trying to win it right now, and they've got the positioning to do it. Do they have the boost? Justin with a clear. Atomic to miss now into the corner. Turbo half rotating. EnVy has been half rotating for the last minute and a half.
And that was such a huge touch from Justin off the backboard. EnVy,
Whoa.
they're starting to enclose on NRG. NRG struggling to play defense. You can see multiple defenders going at the ball.
Crazy double commit. Mist is going to try and keep it through. NRG surviving despite feeling the pressure and now breaking out onto the other side of the field. Turbo Pulse gets it clear. 2 touches back into the corner. They've got to play defense again. Past 1. Mist and Atomic. Infield past the backboard. Squishy's up for it. In makes the touch to push it back away to midfield. Turbo Pulse is demolished. Garrett's there. Passing it into Justin. Atomic breaks it up before he can take the shot. A demolition on the goal line. Squishy traps it. Up against Mist. Makes the block. What are we watching? This is incredible.
On neither team giving up, but it's getting hairy now. Justin almost gets blocked. But a good
Atomic
clear.
ball.
This could be a chance for NRG.
Oh, they're going to try. Another half a game of Rocket League played. They've played nearly 8 games of Rocket League. Actually, I think with all the overtimes they have, there's a shot. Is Atomic there? He does. He gets it away. We'll keep going. And both sides just breathing for a moment. Here comes Turbo on the infield pass and puts it through. EnVy will take it. They become your regional champions for the winter split.
And it's none other than Atomic and Turbo, the passing on point all series long. And in the biggest moment, they close it out in overtime. Team EnVy are your champions.
You saw it on his title. Turbo, 4-time world champion, playing on Champions Field. Of course he's going to score the overtime goal and get a little bit of sweet revenge on NRG. My goodness, what a series, James. That is just some of the most fun I've had watching Rocket League in like a year. I don't know. That was incredible.
Every so often, you get a series that reminds you how good Rocket League is. And this was one of those series where you will remember and talk about for the rest of your viewer, player, caster career. This was one of my favorite series that I've ever casted and gotten to witness. What a back and forth it was. NRG refusing to give up. They had such a grueling run through the lower bracket, but EnVy, you know, they were discounted even by everyone coming into this one, despite waltzing through in the upper bracket. And the grit and determination they showed to come back game after game and make it difficult for NRG. This was special.
This was a blessing. This was such an honor and a pleasure to get to cast alongside you, James, and to watch some of this best Rocket League. I hope the viewers at home had a great time. Let's head back to Leaf and the boys on the desk to wrap things up.